All right, in today's video, we're going to be looking at the BlueBrixx Corner Bar Old Pub. It's the English name for this set. It was a lot of fun to build. I've never really built a building like this. I like the brick built sign out front and everything. I thought that was pretty cool. So this set is near its end of life. It is your last chance to pick it up at the time of recording. So 149 euro. That's including VAT. So the price in the US was 124 euro, and then I had a 40% off coupon. I bought this quite a while back. So it was really like 70 something euro, so not bad at all. We've got 3,500 pieces, just shy of 3,500. And yeah, I think it's a good value. So just like any other BlueBrixx set that I've built, you've got digital instructions that you can download. You can even just create an account on their website and download them if you want to look at the instructions and see how things are built. Because the pictures here, you don't really see what's going on inside, and there's quite a lot going on inside of this building. So I will take each section off the roof and then each floor so we can get a look at the insides. It was kind of a challenge to build. This is the table I built it on while I was watching Young Sheldon. And you really do need a good space like this, probably bigger, just because of all the bags of parts. They're not numbered bags, although some of their sets do use them. But you just kind of have to spread out and do the best you can. I didn't really have enough room to actually, sort out each type of piece. So it was a little bit of a challenge, a lot of looking for pieces, but I did get it built. Some of the issues I did notice was there was a couple pieces where the colors weren't quite right, but they weren't awful. It just kind of depends on the lighting and everything, how much you can notice. And honestly, this is becoming more and more of an issue with Lego, even, the quote unquote leading brand. So I'm not going to dock them too many points for that. That's just kind of the state of brick building. One other issue I did have is with the clutch power. So these pieces are, they have a much stronger clutch power than Lego, it seems like. So it can be a bit difficult to get things together. One of the toilets does not have a lid because I could not get the piece to snap down onto it. It just kept popping off, and I eventually just gave up. But I'm not too worried about it. One can have a lid and one can't. That's fine. And for the pieces that, when you're trying to put like all these plates and stacks of plates even onto the base plate and throughout the different levels for the floors and everything, I do recommend a jeweler's hammer, something like this. I saw them using something similar in Lego Masters, so I ordered one on Amazon, and it definitely helps for these kind of builds. And it doesn't really seem to kind of damage anything. I've never broken any pieces. I haven't really had any issues so far. It looks like I'm missing a piece there. I have no idea where that could have gone. I do have a cat, and I built it over the course of several days, so it might have got knocked off or knocked under something. I don't know. These are the kind of random assortment of extra pieces I had. Kind of strange, some larger pieces and some smaller pieces were down to the actual single piece. There weren't any extras, but at least you do have some. I have had pieces in the past that were just malformed, not molded correctly, and luckily I always have had an extra piece to account for that. So no real issues with this set. I had a little bit easier of a time trying to find the pieces after I got, let's see if I can do this or not. I got glasses, so I have astigmatism, and I'm a bit nearsighted. I hadn't had an eye exam in over 20 years, so it was definitely a lot less eye strain after doing that. So maybe I'll do a little more Lego from here on out, now that things are a little bit better as I get used to these. It's definitely taking some time. This is like the third day. From here, I'm going to put the phone down so I don't drop anything. I'm going to take these floors off, and we'll kind of look at each one individually. All right, so I guess we'll start with the bottom floor and work our way up. So yeah, even just the outside, I like the detail of it. There's a lot of, stacking parts to get these, kind of details in there, but I think it looks really good. We got some seating outside. Inside, we have the bar. We have lots of glasses and everything, and you've kind of got some details in here. We have a little jukebox, which is pretty cool. Maybe a Wurlitzer, who knows. Tables, some benches, bar stools. This is the bathroom, so yeah, that is the offending, the toilet seat. I couldn't get the lid on, but again, you don't really see it when it's all together. I don't know what, I think there's some, I don't know if you can see in there, but there's some like storage and barrels and things like that, and the little supply closet, I guess. And then we've got stairs that go up to the next level. So that is something they included. You know, there's stairs that will get you to the next level in each level that needs it. So let's slide these around. All right, so this is the second floor, and we've got a lot more seating in here, and some, you know, I kind of like these booths and everything. That's pretty cool. We got a nice little secluded table back here with the flowers. That was one problem, is like some of these flower pieces, which one was it? There was a few that were just they're barely on there. So they kind of fly off if you hold it at any angle. But, you know, not too bad. I like the front here with the bricks, and, you know, you've kind of got the windows kind of inset a little bit. I think that looks good. We've got another staircase to get to the next level. And then I guess, yeah, under that is where you would come up from the previous staircase. We've got the old pub brick-built sign here. And I think that's pretty cool. I think it's a nice kind of bonus. And it says old pub on both sides. So nicely done with that. This is maybe one of my favorite levels. I like the pool table. I think that's really cool, and I think it's very well detailed. You got some pull sticks up here. You've got some, you know, pictures on the wall, but there's nothing on them. So I guess if you had some spare stickers from other sets or whatever, you could hang some pictures. Let's see over here. It looks like, I'm thinking this would be a dartboard. That's what it looks like to me. And then, yeah, this thing, I'm not sure what that is. It's mounted on the wall. I mean, they do make wall-mounted jukeboxes, but, you know, maybe they have a separate one for each floor. I don't know. I don't know what it could be, because it's not very deep. So, I don't know. But it's there. It's more detail. I like it. Then you've just got a kind of simple roof. I mean, it is actually very well detailed. There's a lot of pieces in this. And I think it looks pretty good. And you've got like the AC unit up here. I guess this is ductwork going down. So that's pretty cool. So let me put these back together and we'll finish things up. All right, so we got it all put back together. It was a lot easier putting it back together this time. The very first time I put all the floors together, if the walls are bent in at all, it will give you a little bit of trouble to try to get it in there. But it's not too bad. I guess we haven't looked at the back here yet. Just basically nothing going on in the back here, just solid wall. And then I guess you've got some Technic holes there if you want to attach a couple together or something. I don't know if they have any others that fit with this and would just snap in on these Technic pins. I'm not sure. But I guess if you wanted to, you could have two of these together. I don't know if that looked right or not. Maybe you could do this differently, take out the sign and have it come out. I don't know. I mean, it's brick built, so you can always make alterations. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I just wanted to, I built this over the last few days and I wanted to share it with everybody. Things have been, in my life have been very busy, but trying to find a little time here and there for Lego. And as things get better with my health and all that kind of stuff, it does help me to just feel like doing this kind of stuff. If you missed it a few weeks ago, I guess when this goes up, I'm not sure. I did a full tour of all of my Lego rolling stock and trains. That video kind of bombed. I don't know if I've just killed my channel by not uploading recently, or if that video just had a bad thumbnail or what. But yeah, it like barely broke 2,000 views. Which, it's one of those things I care and I don't care. Like I put a lot of work in these videos, and I know there are people out there in the world that would love to see them. But I think the algorithm just kind of favors that stuff that everybody likes, like, you know, drama or, you know, shock value kind of stuff. Not always. I mean, not even just those things, but just things that appeal to broad audiences. I feel like the algorithm isn't nearly as good as it used to be for niche kind of stuff. But that's enough complaining. If you got this far, you found this video, and I appreciate you. Definitely appreciate the channel members for sticking with me and staying on board. Again, join us in Discord. You know, we talk a good bit about third-party brick building stuff. We talk about Lego, trains, electronics, all kind of stuff. So definitely come join us in there if you haven't already. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.